gets it. Now it's Garland who shakes Bridges and knocks it down. 4 to go.
Now's the time for execution.
Garland does execute. Garland has 30.
Well guys, I may have been completely wrong about Darius Garland and the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I'm not gonna hide from what I said. And I'm not even totally wrong yet, it's only been 2 good games. But if this is the Darius Garland the Cavs are gonna get the rest of the season, then this is gonna be a team that is a serious championship contender. Obviously, like I said, still a long way to go. But so far so good from Kenny Atkinson. He is getting the most out of this team. And that win over the Knicks really could have been a blowout. The Cavs were just not shooting the ball well. In this video, I'm going to break down some film from the win over the Knicks. I'm going to go more in depth on how good Darius Garland was in this game. And I'm also going to talk about the gauntlet of a schedule that the Cavs have over the next week. But before I begin, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. We are on the road to 40,000 subscribers, and with your support, I believe we can get there super fast. Alright, let's get straight into the film. As always, I can't just show the actual plays due to copyright, but you can just watch the full highlights if you want to see them. So Dean Wade starts with the ball up top. I actually love seeing the guards start off the ball every now and then. It's just a different look for the defense. I felt like with JB Biggerstaff, it was the same thing every time. Garland or Mitchell would dribble down the court and waste 15 seconds before getting into anything. With Atkinson, plays develop fast. Allen sets a screen, Garland's defender gets cut off, so now Garland is in a great driving position and has a step on Josh Hart. And this right here reminds me so much of the Garland during the Ricky Rubio era. That lethal floater game with the option to throw a lob was such an exciting and unstoppable brand of basketball. Last year we didn't see Garland doing this. Was it because of injury? Maybe. Was it because he was in his own head? I guess I don't really know. But when Garland can get inside like this and put touch on his floater, then the defender inside has to pick either guarding that floater or defending the lob. It truly is an unstoppable play with the 2 bigs the Cavs have. And in this case, Garland chose the floater and finished it with ease. Moving on to this next play in transition, once again, an aggressive and confident Darius Garland is one that we haven't seen since that All-Star season. And when Garland plays like this, it completely opens up the offense for Donovan Mitchell as well. I can tell that defenses are still stuck on last year's film, because last year, if you sag on DG, he would go do something stupid and probably turn the ball over. But this year, stops on a dime and drops in a step back 3. This can be so lethal, because like I said, with Donovan Mitchell, the opposing guards aren't going to press both. So knocking down a few pull-ups could go a long way throughout a game. Now let's go back to that floater game, this time from the left wing. Jarrett Allen comes to set a screen, but this time DG goes right, because obviously you don't want to do the same thing every time. And he had the defender leaning the other way. This was great penetration of the defense. He took all 3 guys around him with him in the paint with a step on Bridges. So now it was 2-on-1. So once again, he had the option to either hit the floater or throw a lob. And knocking down the first few shots is gonna make the center come out to guard him, which is when he would have to make the adjustment to throw those easy lobs. But yeah, this is just unstoppable basketball. Now, here is a switch. This play, Donovan starts with the ball. Over the last 2 years, I really stressed how badly I wanted to see Garland and Donovan Mitchell work together as a unit, because it felt like they didn't really make each other better. But this play right here proves that they can be a duo, they just have to do it. Once again, Allen starts the play with a screen at the 3-point line. Mitchell crosses left, which causes both defenders on the elbows to step up and at least show him some presence. Because if they don't, he will easily split the D for an easy bucket. But because they do this, Garland is left with some space on the wing. And Donovan recognized it right away, and DG was able to knock down the open 3. And if Brunson decided to step up, then LeVert was 1 pass away for the open corner 3. Or he could have probably even drove in because there was nobody in sight. One last play I want to show right here. This one is an inbounds play, and this could be the Cavs' bread and butter all season long. Mobley sets a screen to free up Garland. He probably could have shot this 3 if he wanted to, but wisely doesn't. Allen, of course, is always just setting that screen up top, and Karl Anthony Towns was left with 2 choices. Press up on Garland so he can't shoot, or stay back with Mobley. Either one would be the wrong choice, because with how hot Garland was, he would have made that midi, and since he stayed up, Josh Hart had no chance on Mobley. This may have been the easiest 2 points of his career. So overall, the offense was just flowing in this game, and the defense, particularly in the interior, was also so solid. Kenny Atkinson has this team hitting on all cylinders early, and there is still so much to work on. It's only game 4. I think this is going to be an exciting winter of Cavs basketball, and there are still reinforcements coming with Max Strus injured. And I would like to see him come off the bench. I think Dean Wade is the starter. Looking at some of the numbers from the recent win, Darius Garland had 34 points with 3 assists. And I think the most surprising thing when looking at his stat sheet was the 2 steals and 2 blocks. A defensive demon out there. Donovan Mitchell had 25 points and 5 assists, but did have a few bad turnovers in crunch time, but overall, I thought he played well. The Cavs did not have many assists in this game compared to usual, but sometimes that isn't actually as bad as old heads make you think it is. I felt like last season the Cavs tried to move the ball a bit too much sometimes, passing up open looks. I like the aggressive approach of creating shots for yourself, because that naturally opens up opportunities for the guys around you anyways. Jarrett Allen had 15 and 15. He always has the most quiet double-doubles ever. You randomly look up and the dude has over 10 points and is on the verge of 10 rebounds every single time. And he is way more involved than the stats show. Because in every single play I broke down of Darius Garland, he was the one setting everything up pretty much every time with his screens. And then Evan Mobley, he had 17 and 8. With 3 blocks. So wouldn't you know, the 2 enforcers combined for 5 blocks, DG and Evan Mobley. Obviously I'm joking, but it's just funny to look at. But Garland really was that good both offensively and defensively in this game. To round out the starting lineup, it was not Dean Wade's night. He only had 1 point in 28 minutes, but he did do the little things, and it can't always be everyone's night. I fully expect him to bounce back and knock down the wide open shots in the upcoming game against the Lakers. In terms of the bench play, I was actually pretty impressed with Georges Niang. Not his most efficient night shooting the ball, but he played like an enforcer. He sent Josh Hart a message with that 1 foul, and he grabbed 4 rebounds in 14 minutes. And Sam Merrill had 2 threes, and LeVert was everywhere on the stat sheet. 26 minutes, 5 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. To me, he is the glue guy of this team, and when he is on, the Cavs are tough to beat. This was a little bit of a comeback to life game for Ty Jerome. He had 2 points in 6 minutes, but the Knicks went on a huge run when he was out there. But it's not really anything to look into. He's gonna be just fine, and honestly, whatever he brings is just an added bonus. Anyways, if you're a fan of this team, you really couldn't have asked for a better start to the season. The Cavs are a perfect 4-0, and this game against the Lakers coming up should be a super intriguing matchup. I think Cleveland should win this game. They have a more powerful starting lineup, but you never know what version of LeBron you're gonna see. Is he gonna be in coast mode, or is he gonna try to take over? And JJ Redick has this team playing a much better brand of basketball than Darvin Ham ever could. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video pointing out that I may have been wrong about Darius Garland, because I knew a lot of you guys would come at me for it. But I think the thing you guys fail to realize is that I'm not a DG hater. He was one of my favorite players on the team for quite some time. I really want to see him succeed and get his confidence back, because an aggressive Darius Garland makes the Cavs a championship contender. That's really all I have to say for this video. Thank you all so much if you made it to this point, and if you enjoyed it and haven't yet, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe, because your support truly does mean the world. And also, let me know what you would like to see next, and until then, I will see you all later.